Hey Thrivers, Heather here, back for our Supercharge Your Marriage Gratitude Challenge, day 21. And today at the end, I will have a bonus gift to help reduce stress levels, our anti-stress gift here. I know the holidays can often be very, very stressful for people, and studies have shown that they're particularly stressful for women, and so we definitely want to make sure that we're doing self-care, and I have a beautiful gift to give you from the bottom of my heart. I wish I could just give each of you an actual physical gift, and I was thinking about that, like, I wish I could mail everyone something. I wish I could give everyone some kind of gift in the spirit of wanting to give and celebrate with you all. And then I had this idea come to my mind of something that I can give you that would actually be more helpful than any little trinket or physical item that I could give you. So I hope you guys appreciate it and enjoy it. I did get a very interesting comment yesterday on my live stream here doing our gratitude challenge, and someone was commenting like, oh, I just hate this Pollyanna crap. Does she even live in the real world? And I thought, wow, you know, I get that it could sound a little Pollyanna-ish. However, I've learned through hard experience and through, yes, real life, that we always have a choice of what we choose to look at, right? The good, the dark, the bad, the ugly, the heartbreaking, the heart healing, all of it is there for us at any moment. All right, and I'm going to give you guys a little illustration of how I do this on literally a day-to-day basis. Yes, I live in the real world. I have 7 children, for one. If you don't think that that's very real world, if I don't have to face battles every single day, then anyone who is a parent will know that that's completely true. So that's going on. I have 3 daughters that are very sick with the adenovirus, something like that. So they're all home from school right now. My baby is sick with an ear infection. I've been in and out of the urgent care probably 4 times within the last 3 weeks. All right, so I'm going on very limited sleep here. I have a dear family member who is fighting breast cancer and just had to go to the emergency room last night for a blood clot after her surgery. And every marker that she's going through triggers the past of when I went through those very same things. Not a blood clot, thankfully for me, but you know, her getting her port in brings back the trigger of when that happened for me, right? So our family is scared, like we're praying for her and we don't want to lose her, right? So she's in a fight and we're going through that as a family. There are other personal challenges that I'm not at liberty to share, but that are going on in my daily life, right? And just last night, I heard something on the news that was completely heartbreaking. To the point where I'm like, I don't want anything to do with the news anymore. And it actually kept me up and brought me to tears because there is so much darkness out there and the cruelty that people inflict upon each other. These things are all very real. And last night I was struggling with that, learning that news. It was some horrible things that happened to a baby, and it brought me to tears, and I lost sleep over it, and I had to rein myself back in, and I had to say, okay, look at this. I have to apply the same things I'm teaching you guys. I can either let this, you know, completely steer me into a ditch and affect my mindset and my mood, or I can make another choice because the light and the good are there. And so I went out and looked on social media for those that were doing good for other people, building up my belief again in humanity that there is good and positive things and healing things, and that the good will outweigh the bad, that the light always overcomes the darkness. What are we choosing to focus on? Are we choosing to focus on that darkness? And if we do, it will consume the light within us, and we will only add to that darkness. So I get it. I get that when I come on here, I might sound a little Pollyannish. Oh, just choose to be happy. Oh, you're completely heartbroken. Just make effective choices, right? I get that it could sound superficial, or it could sound like just overly optimistic or surface or whatever, but that's not what it is for me. And I want everyone to know that I speak these things from the bottom of my heart because they've saved my life. And they have saved numerous lives of the people that I've had the privilege of coaching and the privilege of working with. That's why I do this work. Okay, I'm getting all teary here. But that's because my heart is in this. I could not stand before anyone with integrity and say, you know, apply this, choose this thought, choose this pattern, work on your mindset here. If I didn't know with absolute conviction that it was going to help, and that I had been through that myself, and I'd put these things to the test, and now I can say with absolute integrity and certainty that they do work. So that's a little bit of a soapbox, but I want you guys to know where I'm coming from, where my heart is, and that when we go and we talk about gratitude and we talk about looking for the good things, looking for the learning lessons and the corrections, that these things are born from experience and that they work. We always, bottom line, guys, we always have the choice. We can look at the darkness, but when you focus on the problem, you never solve the problem. Focusing on the problem never ever solves the problem. But 90% of the time, most of us are focusing on the problem, and we're focusing on things that we have no control over, and it will never lead to a solution. What we need to do is shift our focus 90% on what we can control, 90% on what's going right. Not that we're not living in the world and that we're completely ignorant or oblivious to the challenges that are going on, right? That's not what it's about. It's being aware of those things, like Stoic philosophy says, but choosing instead to focus on where we have control, where we can use our power to create solutions, to be creative, and to put ourselves in energy and alignment with what we really want, which is peace, which is love, which is healing, and it's happiness. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. So are your choices leading in that direction, or are they not? We all have that choice to make every single day. All right, that all being said, I hope that I didn't come out too strong, but my heart's full today, you know, and especially hearing that I may be coming across as a little Pollyanna-ish. I just wanted to make sure that you guys know I'm very much grounded in reality, and that these things come from my heart, and they come from going through the furnace of affliction, okay? And we've all been there. That's why there's that saying that be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. You never know what's going on in someone else's world, in someone else's life, and always choose to be kind, right? Okay, so with that being said, we're going back to the book here. This is Rhonda Byrne's The Magic, and we are on day number 21, and this one is called Magnificent Outcomes. I love that title. That's what we were just talking about, right? Magnificent Outcomes. As always, she starts with a quote. This one's from G.K. Chesterton, who is a writer. You say grace before meals, all right, but I say grace before the concert and the opera, and grace before the play and the pantomime, and grace before I open a book, and grace before sketching, painting, swimming, fencing, boxing, walking, playing, dancing, and grace before I dip the pen in the ink. So a little bit of archaic language there, the pantomime and the opera, right? Swimming, fencing, boxing. So he passed away in 1936, but we can definitely apply that. We all want good outcomes to everything we do. And giving thanks before he performed an action, the writer Gilbert Keith Chesterton used the magic of gratitude to guarantee the outcome he wanted. You will have had times when you thought to yourself, I hope this goes well, or I hope this turns out okay, or I'm going to need a lot of luck. All these thoughts are hoping for a good outcome to a situation, but life doesn't happen by chance or because of a stroke of luck. The laws of the universe operate mathematically to the finest possible degree that is something you can count on. Uh-oh. I apologize, guys. I've got some fighting girls here. Can you go help her, please? And I'll be there in a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go. Ava says, I'd rather have a Pollyanna than a negative Nancy. Me too. All right. I apologize, guys. Got to take care of my family first. So I will be back for part 2 in just a few minutes.